Bang, bang, what's up, you guys? I hope you're doing well. It's Thursday, Bitcoin today on a Thursday. And, yesterday the CPI data came in, better than expected. For this reason, we have a look to the S&P 500, and it's all green. That's not all green, but the big tech companies, Microsoft, Apple, Google, Amazon, Nvidia, and so on, green. Well, this has to do with the rate hike expectations, and this is a change from yesterday. 90% of the market believes now that's it. We saw a peak of interest rates with 5%, and this has obviously to do that the inflation comes down. And the next thing we have to check is the near future. And this is really interesting because also here we have a change. About 50% of the market believes that first of all, we will have a decrease in the second half of the year of interest rates, but already starting most likely in July. That's very bullish. Quickly, let's check the gold price. Stable on 2029 on 5 years. We are about to hit the all-time highs. And here we come to a Bitcoin. Now, yesterday something really strange happened. As you can see, we are now on 27,484. This is quite a story we have to talk about. Opened up now on an hourly base. Every candle is an hour. And we saw a flash crash yesterday right after the announcement of the CPI data. Now, what happened? It was FUD, like so often, because there was a story in the market that the United States, the government actually is about to sell Bitcoin, and that obviously drove down the price by more than $2,000. But it was just FUD rumors. It was not real, and as you can see afterwards, the price came back to 27.5 something. Anyway, later I will talk about some other issues related to all these news in the market. Here we come to a market capitalization. Bitcoin stable on 12 with 532. Bitcoin halving clock. 2 days to go. Most important event for the Bitcoin still April 7. It will take place. Okie doke. So a couple of words about what happened yesterday with the Bitcoin. There's a lot of problems with regulation in the United States, with the SEC. Specifically. And, there are not really regulations, but they do a lot of warnings here and warnings there. I mean, they threaten a lot the exchanges. This is basically what they do. Also, they try to threaten the miners now. Marathon Digital got a red notice yesterday as well. So they really make a lot of nonsense. And the problem is, there is not a bill on the way which politicians could decide about. This is the big problem. If there would be a bill on the way, it would be much easier, but not even this is in place. So it's not good because Europe has with MiCA a clear regulation, the United States doesn't. And it's really important that they get their act together in the near future. So let's check the Bitcoin data, the technical data. Well, first of all, fear and greed. We are in the middle zone. That's okay. Reflects very much the market. Heat map, mainly red. This has a lot to do with all the trouble yesterday with this FUD, as I just said, and it's not good for the market. Dominance has not changed from Bitcoin. One thing here is important. Because of this, I go just here on a daily base. We saw a lot of long squeezes, a little bit of short squeezes. It was over $2,000 actually. The price moved within, I think, 1 hour or so because of these news coming in. And, people were hit on the wrong foot. Let's put it like this way. Important is the real deal. Bitcoin loaded addresses over 47 million stable. We still have an uptrend. It doesn't change. That's good. Bitcoin Google trend. And here today I want to show you a very big picture. This goes 5 years back. This is important because if people are not interested in the Bitcoin, the price cannot increase. This is very clear. And this is why I opened up here 5 years, and you see in 2017 the height and then the double top, and you see the whole history. And we are now, and this is very important, in a range as we have been before the last bull run, which took place with the halving in May 20. So we are in this zone that people are not really interested, especially the US is not interested. but they will come back, and then we will see most likely an increase in price. Volume still very low. This is why things can happen like yesterday. Small orders can move the price. Okay, we come to trend following indicators. Bollinger, we are sitting under the blue line. As I said already, last couple of days, the band's getting smaller. So pressure is increasing. Pressure decision has to come. And MACD, we were twice rejected. I often said it. Well, maybe we see here a trend change with the red bars because we are now in the region of 40% RSI, more tendency to sell than to buy. Maybe a technical change could come. Anyway, the short-term indicator says $27,000, pretty much no movement. Our cycle model is about $1,300 underrated, according to our model. Still, target price has not changed. And the second model more or less says the same. Fibonacci, we are sitting right in the middle of a 50% Nova zone, more or less since months. When you look at this here, we had a breakout to the golden box here with $31,000, but more or less we are in the Nova zone. And here we have average 15 to 200. Yes, the green zone started since we had the golden cross, but it's going very slow in the moment. At least the downtrend, as we saw here, the long downtrend has been stopped. Bitcoin on a historical base, you can go there, play by yourself. It's always for your cycle tops and downs on a logarithm regression model. Finally, miner index. And this is amazing. We have on the top, you see, since the halving, the shares from the mines made 857%. Bitcoin made 221. This is 4 times more. And underneath, we have since a couple of days the short term. This starts on 21 November 22, which was the bottom with 15,500. And you see the miners, they made up until today 116%. And the Bitcoin made only 71%. So miners, to buy shares from miners is a good alternative. Our target price for April 7 in 24 is still around about $42,000. As long as we sit in the 50% Nova zone from the Fibonacci, there will be no change. And we will keep you informed. Thank you for watching. I hope it was valuable information. It would be great to see you tomorrow again. Thanks and bye-bye.